Hey there, and welcome to the Learn in Lebanon podcast. I'm your host and City of Lebanon intern, Lorna Gate. In this podcast series, we explore the educational opportunities offered by the Lebanon Community School Corporation. Today, I am joined by Parker Lawson, who is currently a senior at Lebanon High School. In this episode, we'll be learning more about his passions and how the educational opportunities have allowed him to explore his future endeavors. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a Learn in Lebanon episode. Today, we are here with Parker Lawson. Hi, Parker. Thank you so much for joining us today. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and just introduce yourself to the listeners?
Alrighty. I am Parker. I go to the Lebanon High School. I do tennis and swim for the teams.
And what's your internship at?
I intern for Exos here at the city building. Basically, helping people out with the technology and stuff. Good overview.
What are some of your favorite parts or some of your favorite experiences that you've had so far?
I really enjoy it. I mean, some days I'm sitting around just kind of seeing if there's a ticket that'll come in. Some days I'm going over to the police station, fire station, helping them set up computers and stuff. It's really fun. I like to be able to see the problem at hand and like problem solve, see what makes things run kind of deal.
So what it sounds like is like you're kind of like the control man over the city, right? Like you control like the IT essentially?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say control man. That'd be very broad, but I guess, yeah. Just make sure everything runs the way it does.
That's so cool. Do you guys have like specific things that you like specialize in?
I feel like from my experience, there's been a little bit of everything here and there. I mean, when we were setting up computers for the fire station, it was very just set it up. But then when we went to the police station, there was all the other problems. It's kind of different every day. I never really know what I'm getting into every day, but
that's so fun. And I know how you mentioned that it's like different every day, but is there like a typical like schedule? Like you go in, you're going to do this, then you're going to go here, like anything like that? Or
I mean, not really. Sometimes it depends. Like I get a heads up if I'm going some places, but it's basically what problems need solved day. And other than that, not really much planning involved.
That sounds like a lot of fun and a lot of educational experience, just a different opportunity each day you come into the internship. So when you first started the work-based learning program, what did you hope to gain? Like, did you know you wanted to be in IT or?
I thought this pathway of like computer programming, computer science was what I wanted. And so I decided I thought it would be a good idea to get experience outside of school for computer programming and science. I've always been hands-on problem solving. I grew up around a lot of computers, phones, all that kind of stuff. So I know my way around it enough, and being able to have the experience to grow on the knowledge that's not just in school and being able to work in a work-based environment can really it really opened my eyes to what all goes into everything that happens around me.
That's so cool. And IT is such a big part of today's world, and it's just going to continue growing from here. So as you look at this internship, what do you hope to gain? Like you have quite a while to go, but what do you hope to gain from this internship?
I'm hoping that this will kind of help me decide what I want to do in the future. Really just gets me to be able to know what I want and don't want from specific jobs. Even though this is really fun for me, even though I really like doing this, it also tells me what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and just kind of my next step for college. And that's kind of the big one.
And so with college, what are some of your future aspirations? You might not have like selected major or college yet, but like just like at a broad scheme.
Yeah, so computer programming is something I've been thinking very little on teaching, but I think that would be fun too, basically depending on how computer programming works out. But yeah, I'm going to go to college. I don't really know what for yet, don't know where yet, but cross fingers for I go to college after this.
It's okay, it's a step. I mean, at least you know, like, have an idea. So you talked about how you have kind of figured out like what you want, what you don't want in a job, but have you seen this like kind of come in life when like looking at colleges? Oh, I don't want that kind of college, or I want this kind of environment.
Yeah, a lot of the college I've been to have a lot of variety, a lot of opportunity, but there's little stuff that they don't have that they do have that I kind of am looking for as an overall broad thing right now. I'll get into specific details about what classes I want to take, what courses I want when I'm fully 100% know what I want yet. But right now it's basically a broad umbrella of just what I'm looking for.
Since IT is so big, like is there a particular area you hope to go into? I know gaming or like a job like this or anything like that.
Yeah, I really liked straight up programming, just the problem solving of programming. Specifically, I don't really care. It doesn't really matter to me, honestly. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
But
I feel like
curious.
I feel like if I learn it in the specific category, a specific branch, I feel like I would excel with whatever. I'm very, very hands-on, very learn well.
I agree. I feel like you're like have such a drive that no matter what area you end up in, you'll do great. And I know I didn't like give you this question, but time to prepare. But I'm just curious, have there been any courses at the high school or anything particularly that has like just sparked your interest? I know you said that you like kind of grew up around technology, but anything at the high school or any?
Yeah, last year I took a computer programming class with Miss Davis, and it was very fun. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I just decided, you know what, this sounds really fun. Let's go for it. I started getting into it, and I was like, this is actually like pretty cool. I kind of like this, and so from that is why I'm here. I just wanted that work-based environment instead of learning, because there's a big difference between coding in class, working with computers in class, than being here, obviously.
Davis was talking about how her coding class made a Wordle. Did you like actually do that?
Yeah, we didn't make a Wordle. I don't know if you guys know the game Mastermind.
I feel like I've heard it.
Yeah,
I've
I've made a game Mastermind where it's like hidden 4 colors and you have to guess those 4 colors in order, and it's just basically like trial and error game. And we made one of those completely random. You can play by yourself in class. It was very tricky. It was one of the harder things I've done, but it was really cool to make, and the satisfaction I was able to get afterwards really was awesome. Being able to play the game, not necessarily being able to click submit on the assignment, being able to look back and be like, hey, I did this is something that I did by myself. I kind of just did it.
That's so cool. And Miss Davis is such an amazing teacher. I remember having her freshman year. She's so supportive, so kind, and so she can definitely help out in those fields. But why would you recommend a work-based learning program to other students?
I said this before, but it's the difference between student and worker kind of difference. There's a big difference in going into class and working on assignments instead of going into work and working on work. And I feel like the difference of computer programming and IT here and at school is very different. And I guess that's very different also in different places. The step into reality without having to have a ton of pushback, it's like a comfortable way to see what you like and kind of get your feet wet on really what you're interested in, see the likes, dislikes, pros, cons, all that kind of stuff.
I agree. I feel like the work-based learning is like such an amazing program, and like it truly allows students to venture out in different areas. So what have been some of your favorite memories just doing these different sports?
Swim has been a part of me for a while. I've been swimming since I was 9, and so there's been a lot of moments like me and 3 other boys freshman year got a relay record, and it was kind of a big moment because it has been broken since I believe it was 2003, and that was one of the big memories, being able to walk out of the pool and just like feeling so accomplished. That was a big one for swim, was just getting that record, and like my whole family afterwards, because this was during sectionals, so it was already a big deal race, and we got the record, and being able to be around my family and sister and like being supported was awesome. For tennis, I haven't been in tennis for too long. I started freshman year and I went all the way here. I feel like I got really good at tennis. Not really good. I got better. I really enjoyed tennis though, and I really liked my senior year as I was around a lot of really cool people and people that were able to support me, because this was my first year on varsity, and it's kind of a big step from GAV to varsity, and the people around me were just really cool, really chill, being able to make sure I knew what was going on, because I'm going to be honest, I didn't know what was going on a lot of the time.
Do you feel like the team dynamics like have kind of like shaped you and like helped you in different ways? So like,
oh, for sure. Yeah. Just the people around me for the different teams helped me know who I am. Kind of help with even the sport too, even with swim. My friends keep me going, keep me there at swim. It can be rough sometimes not wanting to go to practice, but I know at the end I have a ton of fun with my friends. I have a ton of fun with my coach.
I like it. And I know like the swim and tennis teams, like you're all kind of like pretty close. And so like having that close dynamic and working well together can truly help an individual just like be like excited to be there each time, because from what I've heard from friends and family, like you guys have practices a lot and it takes a lot of work to be good. And so just having a surrounding team that's supportive is very helpful.
Yeah, not just the team that's supporting, the coaches really like make a difference too. Me and my swim coach are very, very close, and being able to go to practice and just be able to even like gossip to my swim coach gets me wanting to be there more, I'm not just the team, the coaches being there and supportive also like are a really big help, knowing that they care for you and your growth.
That's so amazing. Well, thank you so much for hopping on the podcast with me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, thank you so much. And if you ever want to come back on again or have any fun stories to tell, please don't hesitate to ask. But thank you so much for listening to the podcast today, and have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Learn in Lebanon podcast. Join us next time as we pass the ball to Ava Tiki, who is currently a senior at Lebanon High School, is involved in countless extracurriculars, and is currently interning at the Lebanon Middle School Athletics Department. We are so excited to share her experiences with you. See you next time.